Capricorn, what's good? I'm your wild and free high priest, chillin'. My name's Armando. This is a Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising collective message attuned to the next first week of November up to the point, and maybe just a few days after the full moon in Taurus, post the new moon in Libra, and the enlightening first quarter moon in Aquarius. Thank you so much. Ever so grateful for our energetic exchange. Ever so grateful to connect once again. This is a Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising collective message. Regardless of your natal placement, this may resonate with you. I strongly suggest that you take only what does. Leave the rest behind, as this may be about you, them, or everyone involved. If the message resonates, I ask that you hit like. Leave me a comment. If you'd like to support me and the growth of the channel, hit like. Spread, maybe, share the videos. I don't know. I'm a little iffy because of the algorithm. I ask our guides of the highest, most brilliant, divine white light protect me and us, you and me, and us as I channel and interpret for your Capricorn divine. Thank you for being here. What do we have for the Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising collective for the first week of November? Happy Halloween. Happy birthday if you are a Sun in Scorpio. Wait, before I go off, right? For you, okay, I have random messages like, yes, everything will be okay. I don't know why. I know it's such a positive, cheesy message, like everything will be okay, everything will be all right, everything will be fine. Matters, some of you maybe matters involved in legality or legal matters, perhaps financial or familial, family relationships, perhaps becoming very sharp and direct with communication, keeping a lot in check as you move away from others. This could be energetically, this could be physically. What is happening in the community at large, what is happening in your local society and vicinity is reflected in the home with family and vice versa. You've been enlightened, as in you will then garner the knowledge to act wisely, to be then promoted. So there could be a feeling or perhaps a tendency to give in to the idea or notion or belief that you're being watched. Perhaps you're being watched over by higher realm, seraphim, and archangelic presence. Golden white light, green light, okay, heart chakra, Mikhail's army, okay. Thank you for being here. Typical message for you as far as your horoscope, Capricorn rising, but it may end up as in stay true to your value, keep communication clear and direct. It's not up to me to tell you to watch the sharpness, but yes, absolutely be direct. This is about receiving clarity in your surroundings, dealing with others, relationships, really getting that value, your self-perception, your perspective of your value that you bring, that you possess, okay? And especially at work or spiritually, you're being upgraded, maybe even romantically, after everything that's happened. Holy, okay. What did I just say? We have card 49, soulmate. Let's just leave it at that, because this isn't just about lovey-dovey okay? This is about soulmates, as in you, yes, you're even crossed over loved ones are watching over you. Perhaps you are worried. It's not a good idea to, I suppose I should advise you from my teachings, my knowledge, my experience, and my perspective is it's best not to inquire with newly established or not entirely established relationships. So new relationships in general, you maybe want to steer away from asking the oracle, but since you're here, we can regard the soulmate card as more your understanding that is now becoming your wisdom in relationships, all sorts, right? Family, romantic, friendships. So there are gifts. It follows along with the Sagittarius message that gifts and knowledge from previous experience or innate, encoded knowledge is being transformed, okay, as parallel to you transmuting emotions. And essentially what I want to say there is that it's best to release emotions and then also work on the garnering the reception. So for example, releasing anger and then working to create contentment or happiness, or the opposite of anger, that would be peace or civility. I don't know. How would you call that in? How would you act as if that's what you're doing anyway? I suppose if you're not, please, what is that? Gem in the diamond in the rough. Okay. 3 archetypes for the Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising Collective. After feeling left out. Okay. Maybe you're like, I need a break from the family. Or new children, the new additions to the family are, there's a igniting, inspiring, like the Page of Wands. So having to really meditate on that, like the new additions, younger children in your family are inspiring you to take action in other fields, aspects of your life, especially at work or romantically. Day to day, and especially also health, spiritual wellness, physical health, physical wellness. Okay. 3 cards for the Capricorn Sun and Rising Collective for the first week of November. Wow, these cards are like stuck right. Okay, the fault line is a situation here you're facing, the challenge, and the origin or the basis. Okay, coming out of this black and white mode. So the Chariot, number 7, agitated, frustrated, aspects of relationship, whatever frustrative situations that you're facing are leading you to confront this within yourself. Card 28, the shadow. Okay, blending that with your everyday life, everyday rituals to bring peace into the situation, regardless of whether the rift is happening, regardless of whether separation has actually happened, or if you have managed to work together with this family or this community or these friends to come together. You are very discernible in your own right, as you apply wisdom, okay, as you move in wisdom. 49, the fault line, the situation you're facing, and the challenge is actually realizing that it's you being very clear that you can't stay in that. There's no reason for you to suffer and remain in the dark. So if you have to go, you have to go. If you're staying, you're staying. But either way, there's the emerald path, the forest, when the green, it's the green, heart healing, heart chakra healing. Okay. The heart chamber. We have card 36, the forest. Wow. Cool. So yes, squares. With that, the reason you're experiencing the frustration, the agitation, is so that you can make the decision. It is. So another message is like, this is concerning finances and money. Okay. So rest assured, everything will be fine. It's maybe likely better for me to advise you to not worry about the money and focus more on the effect that where this is taking you as far as new emotional landscapes, and not being in the vibration of being left out. Not what can you do to basically create the opposite effect, right? Wow, the maiden, call like the significance of feeling youthful and young again is that it's a refresh, it's a restart. And it's not denial. It's freedom from oppression, okay? Freedom from these forces that cause the rift, okay? So determining the opposite effect, okay? After giving in to reacting equally, now act opposite, okay? Every force, as we know with physics, equal and opposite effect. Now create the opposite effect. Okay, thank you, Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. What messages does the top have for the Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising Collective for their first week of November? Happy Halloween once again. Don't forget to hit like if the message resonates. It's a deep message, Capricorn. I was struggling earlier because there are many different situations, so definitely take only what resonates. What are you leaving behind? What's at the top of your mind? What do you want? Or what's sitting on at the top of your mind? Yeah, and then what are you looking forward to this next week? Okay, 3 cards. This is so funny. I'm not laughing at you, right? I'm laughing because the Page of Wands. It's that instigation. It's also the inspiration, okay? You're like, what the F? Okay, the Page of Wands, fire, the seed of the throne of fire, yes, Leo. Okay, Leo, coming back to the heart. Okay, but also inspired to take action. Keep with that momentum. It's real. It maybe felt harsh to be inspired by even like a toddler or something like that, right? Like something like that. Someone like that age. I apologize about that. The way I just talk about people. Wow, okay, Princess of Discs. So yes, this is at the top of your mind. How can you actually create something? How can the effect be in truth, meaning real, like actually practical, tangible is the word, okay? when you put down the fight, which is the resounding message as of late from the first quarter moon in Aquarius, okay? Page of Pentacles, Earth, Taurus, or full moon in Taurus, right? And Leo is that last quarter moon in what, like 2 weeks or 1.5 weeks? Full moon in Taurus is in about a week or less, okay? So that's at the top of your mind. Starting small to then grow big, okay? It could be, yes, that it was like a ravaging elimination, the fault line. And then that left you to confront the truth. And I believe you are doing it. You have the strength. If you are, what's the word? If you're reluctant to confront it, if you haven't, confront the fear first of actually confronting, then confront what is causing that fear. And it's best to believe that you can start small. You don't have to think too far ahead. Just know that that's the focal point, right? We used to talk a lot about that, Capricorn. The vision. A vision of ecstasy, right? You and I, we are diamonds in the sky. You have all the freaking pages, okay? This is where I have to interject, because the Princess of Swords, is it too cutting? Maybe you do have to, there's some that you have to say something to, or a few folks, or that's it. But use the ego for your benefit to create the opposite effect, okay? Not to create more rift or create more opposition, right? It's not the opposite effect to create opposition. It's the opposite effect to create what you want, to see yourself at the point, the origin point, restarting the forest, okay? To come out of the dark, having integrated now both the opposing and the equal effects, okay? To come together right now. So many freaking songs, wow. I hadn't really been channeling that many musical lyrics. Okay. Wow. So we have Aquarius. Yes, we have all the moons here. I love the squares. So Leo, very significant, because you may want to fight. But this last week proved to you what you're fighting for, and more so the manner in which you have been fighting. Now it shifts to fight for your less struggle, no more fighting to struggle, or to pour more energy into the struggle, fight for what you want to manifest, what you're manifesting, okay? No longer doing it in that same way. Okay, where does Capricorn stand in their power and their strength over the next week? Okay, the first week of November, as we approach the full moon. Four of Cups, Moon in Cancer. Okay, luxury. Yes, sit still. You have a meditation to come through in the discontent. How can you create now feeling good? The contentment, right? Four of Cups, Moon in Cancer. Also, yes, the family. Definitely, It's less about agreeing, right? It's less about being in agreement. Yes, 10 of Cups. It has a lot to do with the family, I know. And something like being owed. Oh, maybe the family at work. Okay, what is around you? I'm so sorry. We're going to have to get clarity on that anyway. Okay, cool. What surrounds Capricorn over the next week? What is in their environment that they have to be aware of, that they should be aware of? Okay, that you will receive clarity. It's best not to again, I just want to keep saying, like, don't be too hopeful about the fight being to create more disharmony, right? The fight is to create harmony. So it becomes less of a fight. It becomes more an integrative point. Hello. My allergies are still messing me up. This is big energy, okay? So that's why the whole star seed, the origin, the DNA upgrade, it shifts into that. It is more so integration of those aspects of shadow, right? Having learned a lot about how to handle yourself with care more so. Now the perspective shifts to you, that creating the rift in the family, is it about caring for yourself, or is creating the rift in the family to I lost my train of thought there, but it is what your guides say and what can guide you to make the right decision, right? Because this could be about a decision. The answer is coming anyway, but it's better to sit the fight out so that you're very clear about what you're fighting for. Is it to cause more rift and more separation, or is separation necessary because you are now more enlightened, or you become enlightened, and the breakthrough is that you need clarity and you won't receive it if you are connected to these folks, the family, the community, the work, or the level of care, your health care, okay? Figuring out those aspects for yourself by sitting out the fight, okay? And it's your decision. Use discernibility here, whether you are separating or if the separation was good, if there is a good result out of the separation, or is separation necessary at all. Again, if it's a fight to separate, then be discernible there, okay? Because you've got a lot on the plate. You've got family, you've got parents, you've got children, you've got what you want, you've got what you need to say, giving people a piece of your mind and all that. Your advice thank you so much. What is the advice for the Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising Collective for the next week based on this reading? Up to the point of the full moon, right? Capricorn, you're here. It is really about the ego, not doing it the same way, showing up differently, but because you will be victorious. Okay, you're meant to own this. The Hermit, here it is. again with the starseed origin message, this is like a DNA upgrade. The ultimate perspective shift enlightened you, and then it's sort of like that. The light covers the land, okay, from dark to light, coming into that. It starts here, but it's releasing that fire, okay, so that it isn't ravaging anymore, even if it might have been before. And we're very much being guided by even those, the dark mother, okay? The Hermit is here, Virgo. And the Ace of Cups. Okay, that's the advice. We can get more clarity too. Yes, there's a lot about like strength and okay, I do want to take these. The Ace of Cups stayed there. The outcome, there may be a birth, a new birth. Maybe this is what's happening. Maybe it's like, should the family grow? It's understanding. Or maybe there's a family secret that's been exposed, that there is now a child, or maybe the child already is on this earthly plane. So there's a need, or being guided to celebrate them no matter what, no matter if they were in secret, right? Like, but you could be working too, also something on in secret. Now the energy becomes like really big, that you really want to commit to this. You really want to take this on, or you want to move on. You want to move it along. You want to take the role promotion. Yes, you want to return to work. Yes, you can do this. Venus in Aries, and then the Strength card, Lust. Card number 11. This is after a whole chapter, era, volume of experiences, okay? The belief that it's coming, it's walking through that. And then so 4 of Wands, 11, 11, and then the High Priestess, card number 2, the Moon, and Pisces vibration. Okay, but the combination of the Pisces and Virgo axes, okay, that bridge between now use your ego for good, Lust card, Strength card, now believing that you can turn this around, even though maybe you put yourself at the forefront, right, and you believe that you are the one that caused the rifts, okay? Maybe you're being blamed, but it is all part of the mystery, okay? And now the light comes in, okay? Now others can understand why you did what you did, okay? And now you don't have to run from it. Wow, Capricorn. I know I have to trim my nails. I apologize. Okay. Thank you so much. Clarity on the 4 of Cups. Jeez, so much energy is like, maybe that meditation will help. I know it's difficult. Yes, Capricorn, you're here. Little by little. Okay, you're starting on something new. Work. Yes. You're like, should I? Yes, you should. Wow, the High Priestess next to the Emperor. Or it's like, you know who the Father is. Wow. And it's going to cause a lot of changes, and it's okay. It could be at work that you know who did what, and you have to go to court or something like that, right? Wow, that message is crazy. Okay. The Tower card. I'm just like giggling over here. I apologize. 4 of Cups. Clarity on the 4 of Cups. Okay. You know why something didn't work or why it didn't happen, and you have to be clear and direct to deliver that message. Gemini and shadow aspect of Taurus, it is that you have to work in conjunction. You have to work with, maybe to keep that truth in check, right? Saturn in Taurus, it's like you really do know the truth anyway. You really know what happened. Someone wasn't honoring their truth, okay? So you can't fall, you can't take the fall for them. Mars in Scorpio. It was an action that led to this downfall or something not working out, right? Okay. Wow. Can we get clarity on that Page of Swords? What an interesting message. And the cards just want to like do their own thing over here. It's like the Page of Swords knows the details on the strategy involved that went against the team, okay? Yes, because you know the process, the Magician, Gemini, Mercury, you know the exact process. You know how it went. Wow, the Tower, yes, look, you know how the organized effort was Taurus, and then Scorpio or Pluto, Uranus, breakthrough, like, you know who went out of sync, who went against a group, okay? The Magician. Manipulative effort, okay, to create this injustice. Wow. You know the law too. You know, it's like you have to tell, and maybe it's appropriate, or I need to say seek counsel, right? Like, make sure you know who to talk to so that you know exactly what to say. Be very direct and clear. Yes. I'm like at work. 4 Wands, the High Priestess, and the Strength card. Why are they here? Because you're tied between should I not? The Devil, yeah. You're not actually tied to indecision. You know exactly the right decision, right? Use discernibility. Yes, you know the right decision. This is what I'm saying, Moon in Libra. In the last 2 weeks, this has come back around. Should it bite you in the behind? No, because you know the right thing to do. And you're tied between that. Okay, but the High Priestess means put the fight down, the fight that you're fighting for them, to cover for them, right? Please use all forms of discernibility here, because this is a wild message. We have the Devil, Saturn, Capricorn. We have the Lovers, Mercury, Gemini. What was done in the dark comes to light. Moon in Libra. It's a tough call between that, but it seems like there are family members that support you at work, or there are team members at work that support you. Those bosses that support you, Taurus and Leo here, and Sun in Scorpio. Creating that change. It won't ever be the same anymore. Okay, the Fool. What? Oh, wow. Capricorn, chill, baby, chill. Okay, keep it real. This is real. This is Capricorn realness. All love. Keep it 100. Keep it 100, right? Happy Halloween. Happy 'tis the season. Happy holidays. Happy birthday if you're Sun in Scorpio. Hit like if the message resonates. All power to you, okay? In wisdom, and truth, light, okay? Integration of opposite and equal effects to create movement, okay? Shift. It will never be the same, okay? And we are good with that. Thank you so much. I honor you, your path. Ever so grateful. Keep it real. Ciao. I'll be back with more. Hit like, subscribe if you're new here. Hit like if you enjoy the message. We end the reading. I'll be back with more. Ciao.